Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an away game against West Brom, followed by a home game against second placed Nottingham Forest. As you can see, we are still top of the championship, and we actually have an 8-point lead over Forest at the moment. They do have a game in hand, however, and I believe that is down to the FA Cup run. We actually ended up losing in the FA Cup replay against Barnsley, but with these two games today, it is going to be a tough episode. Like I say, Forest sat in second, but West Brom are currently sat in the playoff chasing pack, sat in sixth place. So we've got a lot to focus on today, and hopefully we can continue our good run of form. Like I say, aside of that FA Cup defeat, we've been doing pretty well. Obviously, you were last with us only 4 games ago for that remarkable second leg victory over Manchester United. We have since won all 3 of our league games with clean sheets, I might add as well. So let's hope we can continue that run of form and do the same. Incidentally, the transfer window has now shut, and we didn't do any further business other than bringing in Sean Davies at the start of the transfer window for £17.5 million from Cardiff. We've done really well. We haven't sold anybody either. Apart from Isaacson, he left for Randers FC in Denmark, and he wasn't really playing, so I thought it was quite a good little bit of a move. He was going to go on a free at the end of the season. We sold him for about 100,000. That's all we really needed for him, to be fair. But today we have Mourinho in goal with Branthwaite, Levesque, Eisner and Davis at the back. Navarro, Aronson and Doyle in midfield with Illing, Strelic and Abaya partnering up as the front three. Incidentally, Polidoro hasn't been doing too well recently. He did get an assist in the last game after he came off the bench, but he's really struggling to get into the pace of the English game at the moment. Yes, I know we've not been playing him too regularly, but we'll have to see what happens with him as the season goes on. Kevin Meikle is now our out-and-out top goal scorer as well. He's had a really good few games recently, and again, if he comes off the bench, let's hope it continues. So here we go for this opening game of the episode against West Bromwich Albion. They've got a good side, and we did scrape by them last time round from what I can remember. I think it was a 2-1 win. Any kind of result in these two matches would be good for us, obviously. With Forest being our closest rivals, closely followed by Southampton, we need to keep winning, and we need to keep performing well as well. Levesque and Navarro exchanging headers, and Levesque picks it up and finds Branthwaite. Now Aronson finds Illing on this left-hand side, who has finally scored after signing that new contract. By the way, he scored in the last game, maybe the one before, and he's just started to pick his performances up again, which is useful to us because obviously since signing the contract he has been quite poor. Strelic here fires the strike straight at the goalkeeper Johansson. It remains 0-0 early on, but Abaya was there with him as well, so we could have had a proper goal scoring opportunity there, but it just didn't quite work out. So far West Brom have had the majority of possession as well, which is a little bit of a concern. We don't normally struggle in that manner. Forest are winning away at Norwich, so that's a really big game for them as well. Norwich have been playing well also so far this season. And Southampton lead against Plymouth, who are near the bottom of the table. So, again, they're one of our closest rivals at the minute. We need to keep an eye on all of Southampton and Forest games. Forest had just conceded an equaliser as well. Armstrong and Dane Scarlett exchanging passes for West Brom. Davis with a great interception, but Doyle loses out in midfield, and Dane Scarlett picks it up here into Roux. Good pressure from our point of view, but we couldn't win it, and Takamado, moving down this right-hand side, plays it in, and it's a good save in the end from Mourinho. Bondarenko should have done better for West Brom there, but luckily for us, it does remain 0-0. We need to be a little bit more lively in the second half, I think. Abaya's been struggling recently for form as well. Since that cup tie against Manchester United, he's not really done an awful lot. And Strelic's been hit and miss as well, and he's again having a poor performance today. We're not looking particularly creative in the wide areas. A little bit of a concern because that normally is our go-to for providing the opportunities, of course. We have to be better in front of goal. Let's see if that G's them up at all. Obviously, we have got Meikle on the bench. We've got Polidoro there on the bench as well. So we have got attacking options. It seems to be a balanced bench today as well, with Roger Silva and Gaziev as the defensive options and Muller and Keskin as the central midfield options. Strelic again, and Anderling as well. They're all struggling. But again, we're having a lot of games in quick succession, and it still seems to be the case that we are struggling a little bit to get the consistency. We'll put Polidoro on. We'll put a buyer out wide. Bring Mikel on up front. We'll take Navarro off for Jan Muller. Branthwaite's struggling for fitness as well here. We'll bring Roger Silva on for him. And we'll leave it at that for now. See what happens as the last half an hour comes forward. Norwich are actually ahead against Nottingham Forest. Doyle here with a free kick just over the crossbar. We've got a big opportunity here with Forest losing. If we can get a goal, we could do quite well. Southampton currently lead against Plymouth still, so that is one that's going against us, but we did expect as such. Doyle struggling for fitness now. Here's to Kamadou. Good challenge by Polidoro, but Rodriguez picks it up. He tried to play it forward, but Muller picks it up, finds Aronson. Now Doyle. Into a buyer. Now Mikel. Plays it well into Abaya, chance for the goal, and that is a lovely finish from Brandon Abaya. He finally gets another goal under his belt, and we have our lead here away at West Brom. Really, really big goal considering the circumstances in that Norwich and Forest game. Rodriguez straight away with creating an opportunity for West Brom after our goal, and fortunately we remain a goal ahead here, and we'll see how things develop in the last quarter of an hour. Doyle here with a corner. Whips it into the near post. It's going to be headed clear. Hahn couldn't quite get onto it, and Aronson won the header and found Doyle. Now Muller. Aronson. That's a lovely pass. It was a seeking ball, and in the end it fell back to him. He had the strike, but again it went over the crossbar. We are going to take Doyle off, I think, for Kesgin. He is struggling badly for fitness, and they are playing every game as well, these players at the minute. We've only had the 2 shots on target as well. We seem to be doing this a little bit more often than not at the moment, where we're just struggling to convert opportunities and hit the target. But here's Polidoro. That's a good bit of play from O'Shea to get it away, but Abaya picks it up. Plays it back into Davis. Plays it back into Abaya. Into the penalty area he goes. And it's just about fallen for Kevin Mikel. We've secured our victory here at the Hawthorns with a few minutes to go. And that is a big goal for us. Norwich are 3-1 up against Forest now, so again, really big opportunity is being taken now by the boys. Here is Solanke, and it's going to be cleared away. Davis picks it up and finds Muller. Now Abaya. Davis into Eisner. Aronson. Over the top, and Kevin Mikel could be in behind here. Hint of offside, but he's gone around the keeper, and Johansson with the save. Really well worked over the top ball there. As such, we've actually created a lot more opportunities on target toward the end of the game. We've got our win, and more importantly, well, just as important should I say, they have lost Nottingham Forest, so that is a massive result for us as we look to really press our advantage at the top of the table. I'll just have a quick look in a minute to see where we leave off with the league table going into the game against Forest. Obviously, we are a further 3 points clear, and I'm not entirely sure if Southampton were quite in touching distance. I will have to check that again momentarily. And there it is. The final results are in. In fact, Southampton weren't next to us. It's Derby. But we are 10 points clear now. And if we can beat Forest, we have got a big chance of securing a league title here. Really well played to the boys. We've done the job. And we've got Forest at home as well, which is to our advantage. We did beat them away, which was a great result in itself. But we have got a couple of days to go before that game. So I'll just get through those, and then we'll come back for that Forest game. Massive opportunity for us here. Let's see if we can get it done. Okay then, here we go for this tough home game against Nottingham Forest. I am hopeful that we can continue our good run of form. I'm not entirely sure if this is a game in hand or not. It is on a Tuesday night, so I'm wondering if the other games will be played tomorrow in game, of course. But from this game, if we do beat Forest, not only do we open up a 14-point gap over Forest, it'll be a 13-point gap to Derby. So we're in a really good position at the minute. Let's hope we can continue. It will be a tough game, we know this, but let's just wait and see. I mean, we've done so well so far. We're playing good football as well. They have got some more experienced players than we have, with good quality, I might add as well. But we'll see how we do. And like I say, hopefully we can continue this run of form that we find ourselves in. We are going to be rotating just a little bit from the previous match. Nothing too major, but again, it should be good enough for us. Mourinho, Silva, Gazia, Branthwaite and Herworth, Navarro, Muller, Kesgin, Strelic, Illing and Meikle are all in the side today. So, fingers crossed, like I say, the changes won't deflect too much from how we've been playing. But we've seen in the rotation before, and I'm still trying to figure out what my best squad is. It's been 2/3 of the season nearly, and I still don't know what my best squad is. It's quite remarkable. But all of the players, when they've been coming in, for the most part, they've all been playing well. Yes, some games we do struggle to find the back of the net, but aside of that, we've not had many problems this season. And again, let's hope it continues. Here's Gaziev. We're only a few minutes into the game. I'm hopeful we can just keep hold of the ball momentarily and then just deliver that killer pass when it matters most. Here's Muller. Plays it over the top and Meikle picks it up and knocks it into Strelic and he's put it wide. That is a massive opportunity. Meikle did so well to win the header and Strelic to put that wide is quite poor from his point of view. I do beat on Strelic a little bit. He's the more experienced players that we've got and his finishing's been letting him down at times, but sometimes he just puts in such poor performances, and then others he's like a world beater. He did it against Manchester United with 2 goals and 2 assists against them, and then since then he's only bagged the 1 goal, and he's not been particularly creative either. Here's hoping he will do better today. Azak Kesgin, that's a lazy pass, and Useja is in behind here for Forest, but Mourinho with a very solid save there. That is a big opportunity for Forest. Kesgin needs to wake up a bit more there. His passing's supposed to be one of the best parts of his game, but that was shocking. Here's Zendeas with the delivery. It's punched clear by the keeper. Gabi picks it up, plays it into the penalty area, cleared away again, and Mourinho in the end manages to pick it up. So early on, a little bit of nip and tuck at the minute. We have got the majority of the possession, which is always good to see from our point of view, but going forward, we're not really creating an awful lot of the minute. It's Endias with the delivery, and the header is off the crossbar, and Mourinho manages to claim at the second attempt. Forest asking the questions despite not having a lot of the ball. We need to wake up a bit here, and again, our front three are not doing the business here. I think we're going to demand more early doors because so far this has been very poor from our point of view. Will I take a point? Yes, of course I will, because it maintains the gap that we've got against them. But if we can beat them, it will really give us a big advantage in this title race. Here's Herworth. Illing manages to track back and pick up the ball. Now moving into the Forest half, charging past the fullback, he's still going forward. That's a great delivery. Meikle couldn't get there, but Strelic can, and that is a brilliant effort in the end, actually, from Strelic. It's gone just wide, but that was a really good strike, and as you can see, we demanded more from the side, and they have certainly woken up and tried to really get themselves forward and just really take the game to Forest in this first half. Here's Muller, plays it over the top, looking for Illing on this left-hand side. He needs support in the area. Here's Herworth into Navarro, and now Illing, and there's Strelic, and that was a very well-worked goal. Is it going to count? It's not. Offside given. I'm not sure who was offside. It is saying Strelic was offside, but I thought it might have taken a deflection off Meikle, who I thought may have been offside as well. So unlucky in the end there, but hopefully a little bit better in the second half. We have shown what we're capable of. We demanded more, and then we woke up. Can we do it again in the second half? Mbeso into Zendias. Meikle picks it up. That's a good tackle from him. Silva looking for Strelic, sorry. Now Meikle, how has he put that wide? That is a huge chance for Meikle. I was looking at Meikle's run when I said Strelic then, that's why I said Streakel. Oh, dearie me. Here's Mbeso. Over the top, looking for Useja. And the ball is poor. Mourinho very alert to pick it up. And he just rolls it out to Branthwaite. Here's Herworth exchanging passes with Branthwaite. Now Kesgin. into Muller again. That's a nice pass into Strelic. Over the top here, and Mikkel saved by Safanov, and Dwemi Napi manages to get it away. So close. We're creating the chances, but we're lacking the finish again. Here's Roger Silva into Mikkel. He's out wide here, bit out of position. Silva tried to find Strelic and couldn't. Al-Masrati clears only as far as Branthwaite. Picks it up just outside the Forest half into Gaziev. Branthwaite into Navarro. Chance maybe with the ball over the top. Here's Strelic on this right hand side. Can he cut it back? He finds Silva who whips it across, and Illing is there and he's hit the post. Rivero manages to clear, but only as far as Herworth. We're asking all the questions here. We're going to have to make changes. I mean, Strelic's had a very good game. He's been unlucky to have the goal disallowed, but he is on yellow card. And unfortunately, we are going to have to take him off. We're going to bring a buyer on for him. Polidoro can come on for Illing, who's struggling for fitness. In fact, you know what? We'll bring Prieto on, I think, for Illing. Give Prieto a run out today. Navarro's going to come off for Levesque. And Branthwaite is struggling as well, so Eisner can come on for him. We'll leave the last substitute for now. Only 25 minutes to go. Hopefully we can just find that killing touch in towards the end of the game. We'll demand a little bit more again. We've done really well so far to control the game in this second half, but we're just lacking that goal. We're going to bring on, I think we're going to bring on Dauda Lele now for Azak Kesgin. It's not a substitution we'd normally make, but Mikkel has been in such good form recently, and I'm hoping that he can do the damage when it matters most right at the end of this game. Demand a little bit more from the team. Can we get that final touch? We deserve it overall, but Forest in possession. Looking for Fran Navarro. Mourinho comes out, does really well to make the claim. We're into the 85th minute now. Here's Eisner. Nice pass into Dauda Lele. Herworth. Prieto picks it up just. Into Lele again. Now Eisner. I'm a bit nervous with Lele because we've not given him a lot of first team football, it has to be said. He has got qualities, but at times he can be a little bit naive. He's, like I say, he's not had much first team experience. That is over the top for Mikkel. Oh, he's hit the post. That is so close. He's just not quite had it on him today, Mikkel. He's off the woodwork for the second time in the game. That was the chance. I mean, he's rating a 6.1, Mikkel, and I think that's a bit harsh. He's done so well to get into the goal-scoring positions. And in the end, I think, to be honest, given the grand scheme of things, that's 2 points dropped. We just about lacked the finish. Defensively, we were strong, but we just lacked that cutting edge going forward today. And we should have won the game, really. Kevin Mikkel should have probably had a couple of goals. But we move on. We're still in a very strong position at top of the league. And as you can see, that with that draw, Forest still have a game in hand, of course, which if they win it, they'll be 8 points behind us. Likewise with Derby. So we'll see how far things go from there. And like I say, hopefully things will run in our favour. We do actually play Derby away next, so that is another big game for us. And we have a lot to focus on coming up as well. And tomorrow's episode is going to be a big one. In looking at the schedule, we're going to get through Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Fulham and Sunderland. Sunderland have had the better of us. Fulham was a tough game that finished 5-3 to us. We won 1-0 against Derby last time out. We drew with Sheffield Wednesday last time. So 4 very tough games, and we're going to come back for the Cup final at Wembley against Everton, and that will be followed by an away game against Bolton. And hopefully, like I say, our form will continue in these next 4 league games to build us up for that Carabao Cup final. And if we do beat the likes of Derby, we will be in a very strong position, not only to get promoted, but for a league title. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. And this is Big Will, signing away.